Hello, hello, welcome one and all. My name is Joshua Soden, and we are on episode 7 of the Hedwig's theme for Composing Live. This is a show where we get to write music live, whether it's cover or if it's original. I've been on a kick with some Harry Potter music, if you can't tell already. We've done Leaving Hogwarts about 2 months ago, and now we're on our 7th week for Hedwig's theme. Hedwig's theme is much more intensive, as if you've been following. We've done a lot of music so far, and we're really close to finishing. I actually took a little bit of a kind of a what do you call head start to try to get us to the finish line by tonight. So let's go ahead and play through some of the beginning and towards the end, and then we're going to go from there. With that being said, I'm going to turn off the music, and I'm going to press play. Here we go. As we do this, maybe I'll show you the score. Here we go. right, and that's where we are right now. Oh, I took my camera off Tamashi just for a second, as you know, so that you can see some of the music that was on the top right corner. Sometimes it's a full screen. Anywho, yeah, how's it going? Thanks for watching. So that's from last week till now, which episode 6, in between episode 6 and 7, I did about, I don't know, 20 to 30 measures. So now we're at measure, wherever this is, 193, and we need to do about 20 more measures to finish this out. Very nice. Oh, hey, Guy Shard is back too. Hey, it's good to see you, man. I'm back from vacation. Awesome. I'm glad that you had fun. Hope you had a lot of sun, and hopefully you were with friends and family. It's good to just kind of let loose and not have to think about the day-to-day stuff. So, anywho, thank you. Oh, with that, this whole score is such a treat to cover. There's a lot to do still. So, without further ado, what we're going to do is go from where we just left off with, which is this 193 measure. As you can see here, you have our violins doing some kind of fast, let's see here. I'll play that for you. Almost sounds like ricochet type string bowing, but and maybe it is. Maybe it's saying down bow, something to that degree, or maybe you're bowing it up, down, up, all the way up. But it sounds great. This Cinematic Studio Strings library does a really fantastic job of that. On top of those strings, you have the horns doing this. So that in combination just is magical. It's a nice color. Excuse me. And then what we got to do is we got to just keep that horn thing going. I guess I didn't finish that line here, so let's go ahead and put that in at least till there. So it looks like the same thing. Dun-dum. Okay, and there's some weird crossing here. So like the second horn goes back up to the first horn. Anywho, let's put that in. That's the easy move. We just go like this, and we go like this, and here we go. Okay, so after da-da, let's go ahead and put that so pickup note. This is not a triplet, so it's got to be right there. Okay, put the volume up just a bit on that. Actually, sorry, this my brain's not working. That D has to transpose down to a G, so there you go. Okay, and I think that's a D natural, correct? Yeah, it's a D natural, so that is a G. All right, so easy fix. What we have now is I'm going to actually do the split screen for the rest of the time, and what we'll do is we're going to go through all the other notes that are in these 4 bars. So I think I also did some of the bass line. Yeah. Cool. All right. And then we have a timpani hit. Let's see if there's a timpani hit before that. Yeah, there are. So you got a timpani hit on the downbeat. Let's go ahead and just double what the bass line is doing there. And I'll just program this in so you got that. And then on the second measure, whoop, like so. That might be a bit harsh. Something in in that regard. Cool. All right. Yeah. Where did you go, Guy Shard? Let's see here. We have that. I got a C. Okay. I got an nice C. Oh yeah, I also added some of this Celeste and flute part ahead of time. It's kind of a really tedious process to do. 10 tuplets. I don't know what's the best word for that. Decatuplets. And then there's 11 tuplets right here. Those are tricky. A lot of programming on that part. Okay, but Timpani is done. Let's move on, shall we? Let's look at another bass line, which is bassoon. So in this case, you have kind of the bassoon doing cello and bass at the same time. So I could probably just grab our cello and double it up from there, something like this. And now that we're really going for the home stretch here, maybe I'll look ahead with some of these other bass lines. So maybe not just these 4 measures. It might be better to think longer strides here to just get better phrasing and volume control and all that. So maybe I'll do that. So I'm going to just pivot on that strategy. For the bassoon, though, we got to just basically add that cello line right here. And I think the cello line is doing almost the same stuff with the bassoon, but it looks like here you're not doing that anymore. There's also this. Ooh, look at that. It's really low. Okay, now we need to also change the programming of this. So let's see. Maybe we do staccato. This one I can delete. Okay, let's see. Okay. I think it's fascinating that the bassoon 1 really jumps down to this B when it just randomly does that. I just think it's funny. And then it goes back up again. So yeah. So you kind of do that thing. Excuse me. I've been having this cough for a little bit. So hopefully I'm not hacking a lung here. Okay. All right. So we got that. Next is we have some other bass lines. Might actually save time if I were to look at the cello line, but I'm just gonna do this for now. Because actually, maybe the contrabassoon would benefit from just not copying exactly what the cello is doing, but what the bassoon is doing. So maybe we do that. And then bassoon, we have this, another one of these. Okay, and you just keep elongating on this, what looks like a C minor chord. Although here, let's see, maybe I gotta change this over. Let me undo that, put that there. Okay, so then we have, okay, and oh, sorry, this screen's really small, but this gets the job done. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see these notes better. That's a C and then goes to C, D, E flat. So let's go like this, like that. Like, oh, C and then C, D. Although these are 16th notes, I just realized. Something like that. Cool. So, and then these are kind of more elongated from here and on out. So I would say, oops, I would say maybe we do marcato for this one. Okay, and as that is happening, maybe we need to, let's see here. Yeah, it's pretty loud. I'm thinking maybe we can shave that down just a bit. Oh, Guy Chard, you went to the French Riviera? Awesome. Man, you're living it up. Let's see here. Okay, let's listen to that. That's pretty good. It's all really dependent on this mod wheel, which is crazy to me. Yeah, really makes a difference. And then same thing here. We should probably make this marcato. Let's see here. Excuse me. D, E, E flat, and then E natural. Cool. Yeah, these can be staccato, I guess. And then last but not least, this measure goes to F sharp. Okay. And let's see just where this takes us. So then, this is really similar to the cello, by the way, but I am just already in the zone here, so I'm just gonna keep going. So we have G, but then it goes down, then it goes back to octaves, like that. So C, 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 and then a really long C. Oh, actually, just for one measure. Let me draw this in. Oh, let's try again. A little crescendo. Okay, so that's that. Last but not least in the bassoon section, we have looks like a C. Okay, here's what I did different. So for any big score snobs out there, this is a fermata, as you can see, and the next measure is 208. But because of the way it's just the way nature of the DAW and you know, tempo tracks and all that stuff, I just elongated it by an extra measure. So 208 becomes 209. I even made a note right there. 208 MS20 208. Anyways, for those who want to study the MIDI, that's something I did on purpose. Okay, so then let's put another crescendo on this. Oh, hello. Oh, again, it's so weird. Sorry. For some reason. Yeah, okay. Anyways, that's what I need to do. One more time. Okay. That might be too much here. That sounds a little weird. Unnatural, I would say. And then there's a note that we hit right there. And let's just hear how that would sound with the bass and everything else. It's not finished by any means. Oops. But let's see how this all plays together now. about here. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's really cool, by the way. That we, excuse me, what you just heard is the cello right here doing this arpeggio, or I don't know what you call that. It's a triple stop, but you kind of have to arpeggiate it. Anywho, really cool stuff. Hopefully, let's see. Do you have to arpeggiate it? Let me think about that for a second. G string, C G. So this is open. You have a E, and that is a C, and you can play that with the A string. So maybe maybe you don't have to in a sense, but I would say triple stops are kind of hard to play all in one bow. So it'd probably be easier to sort of roll it. I don't know what's the word for that. But so what I did is I did this. I kind of rolled it, as you can see here with the tenutos here. Anyways, I think that works pretty well, and then we'll do that with all those other strings. So we got bassoon done, at least to that part. Let's just see where the bassoon goes to the very last page. Looks like we just have 2 notes. So might as well just finish our bassoon, call it good. On the very second to last measure, which is, I believe, right here, we got a note on C. And then this one is a note on C again, but it's actually, the previous note is C above. And then, maybe we just do marcato. And then the last note probably should be a tenuto again. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this. Mezzo forte. Something like that. Now, that tenuto is pretty long. Sometimes, I mean, it might sound really good, but I'm also thinking, what would staccatos just sound like? It could be like that too. So if we were to do that, then maybe bring up the velocity more. Something like that. Okay. So bassoon is done. Contrabassoon is doubling pretty much the whole time. Let's just double check that. I'm going to go backwards now. As you can see, it's playing what would be probably the top note of everything. Bassoon, contrabassoon still going. Top notes. All right. Okay. And then right here, this is where contrabassoon starts, where the crazy Celeste and woodwinds are running around. So let's do that over, I believe, here on 193. No, it'll be 197 right there. Okay. So let's grab all of this. And let's go. Whoop. Okay, and I'm just gonna delete any bottom notes that double. There's got to be a shortcut key to this. At some point, I'll be more efficient with these splits. But okay, I think that's it. Let's just hear that in combination and see if it's not too loud or not. It's hard to tell with everything muted while we solo this, so I think let's just keep it in that vicinity for now. Let's go to other things. So we have bassoon, done. I just realized that I don't have the bass line. Let me go back to the end. I don't have the cello and bass line done. Although there's more to it than the bassoon here, it looks like. Oh, no, not too much. Just an extra measure. It looks like starting here. So a third to last measure here, which would be probably at 211. So let's go ahead and just do one thing. Maybe I take all of this from the previous measure, like that. Put this on the cello and bass. Okay, when we do this though, I have to full screen this. The data from previous all are there, so kind of have to shift it a bit, and hopefully that'll do the trick. Let's see, what's the dynamic marking? Mezzo forte. Okay, so that should be okay. What I'll do is draw a little bit of this in. Draw a little bit of this in. Ooh, okay, there we go. All right, and then let's add our notes. So cello's playing C. Contrabassoon is playing C. The C's in octaves, but then there's an arco. Okay. So this is marcato. This is marcato. All right. And then I said cello's playing C, right? Okay. So it would be this C. Actually, let me just double check. Oh yeah, it's the same C's. Okay, that makes sense. Let's draw this in. Okay, so there's your cello. The pizzicato in the bass line. Oh, hello. I don't know what just happened there. That was weird. Let's try that again. Oh, looks like I pasted or something. So if I do this, this will go up and down, and up again. But let's get it in the right spots. So it looks like this. I think it's actually an octave higher. Whoa, okay. Let's double check that as well. So this one doesn't go that low. And then this one goes here, I think. Oh, actually, no. It looks like the cello does another triple stop. Non-divisi. So triple stop, and you do GEC, which is same thing. So I'm just going to copy that over. Although, and I think I have duplicates of these notes on accident. So let me just make sure we're good on that end. Oh yeah, this is a double. When it doubles, it gets twice as loud. So you got to be careful about that. Okay, so here's your double stop or triple stop. And here we go. Hopefully that's not going to be too loud. We'll adjust as we go. So that is the bass line for both bassoon and the strings, contrabassoon as well. And then we have probably tuba to attend to as well. Now tuba, trombone, those are probably going to be, my guess, the same, more or less, with what we just saw. I do have a little bit of that already with the tuba, I just realized. Okay, so let's just move forward to where the tuba leaves off on. Okay, so this note actually should be like a tenuto. There you go. And then, it's a farty tone. Let's put this right over to the next measure, which then after, oh, interesting. Interesting. This is kind of weird programming here, but I might actually do this where I kind of drop down. Ooh, now that's tricky. I'm not sure if this will work, but let's just see. With everything else, that we can kind of fool that a bit. I might even go a little earlier. Cool. And what that does, even though it's not really what you should be doing, technically I should probably layer this. If I would do two of these tuba lines, but I'm a little lazy, so I'm just gonna have it split up like this, and then we'll just keep it at piano. Hey, Tamashi Try, thanks for watching, man. Have a good one. So we have the tuba hitting and elongating here. After the 9/8 bar, it crescendos up. Whoops. I'm like not on the right program. There we go. All right, so going now to the next page. Woohoo. What we're going to do is we're going to let that go to the end of the measure and do a crescendo. And then we're going to do it again. And then we're going to do it again. And then your last note is on a C. And this one will be a tenuto as well. So easy peasy. We'll do a little crescendo now. Let's try again. Okay, maybe I need a crescendo a little earlier. My bad. And then just more gradually. Okay. So there's your tuba. It's going to sound great once you add the melodic content here. But this is just gets the framework up. We have now let's try trombone. Now I've been layering the trombone as much as I can. It kind of thickens it up, gives it more mid-range tone. So with the trombone, let's just go backwards, or not backwards, but to the front of 193. I think that is right here. Okay. And then after trombone, maybe we'll do timpani. And then we'll start building our way up, and this will be very exciting to hear all come together. Trombone, we have 3 notes. Well, I should just say 2 parts. Third trombone's acting more like a bass trombone. Although I don't have any bass trombones loaded, I'm going to just take, let's say this one, and put it in solo trombone. So one to one. Most of these other ones are multiple players being sampled. This is a one person, so it makes sense to kind of keep it that way. So this is that same E. Okay, now we're going to do is just go through the trombone 3 part just to see if there's anything here different. It looks like rather than going to that low B, it takes everything that the tuba's doing and then possibly going up an octave the whole time. I'm not sure. Let's see. It's not really a true octave doubling. In this case, interesting. I'm just thinking here. So in this case, it's not an octave doubling. We would have to go 4th above on some of these, and I'm going to have to just turn this off. All right, and then here we go. So we got E flat and G. A flat, G. Okay, after that, D. Oh, okay. So then after this part, it's playing melody. So what I gotta do is be very careful on the articulation. Maybe we do either marcato or like a strong legato. Let's just say legato. And am I looking at trombone 3? Yes, I am. Okay, so it looks like we're having to double that. I just realized this patch doesn't really have a legato. That's kind of interesting. Anywho. Okay, so I gotta bring this down in a way. Yeah, I don't know how we should do this, because it'll sound better once we layer it, but I'm not thinking we bring this out as much as the other one. Okay, let's do something like that. Let's try adding this in now. So this is the melody, huh? This is a funky melody too, by the way. Very jumpy. I'm just kind of bummed that there's no legato on this patch. Kind of puts a damper on things. Okay, so I'm looking at trombone 3 still. And then, oh, okay, this is where it gets way different from the tuba. We have this going staccato G. This G, actually. And then go like that. B flat, D flat. Okay, C, G. Okay, oops, C, G. These should be all that. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay, I'm really curious to hear how that plays with everything else. But let's just keep going, shall we? So now we can just kind of plug and chug these notes in. I'm assuming this is a G. Ooh, in octaves. Okay. And then here, this is looking good. This is more like the tuba line. You have a G. Okay, and then let's look at the next one real quick. The trombone 3 part actually goes to a E flat, C above, and then goes back down. Well, let's see. What am I doing wrong here? Excuse me. I guess it's this E flat. Wow, that's a big jump. Yeah. Let me just double check that, see if I'm on the right octaves. Because then now I'm thinking, that's a big jump. Okay. C. Oh, I must have looked at that wrong. So this does jump up to G. That little kind of swell, hairpin swell. So maybe this part can go down. Maybe all of this right here. Okay. Okay. So we're almost there with the trombone 3 part. Trombone 3 hits this high C. But okay, then we go down here. All right, and this is where it's more in unison, so I could probably get away with layering that part with a sustain patch. So I hit this with a nice tenuto, and then the other patch will play a sustain note all the way through there. And then in that case, I could probably just mute the rest of this. Okay. So we got trombone 3 done. Let's go to trombone 1 and 2. Something here. Nope, it's actually one more page, sorry. Okay, now we can do trombone 1 and 2, which lies around here. Okay, so we're gonna take maybe some of this. I kind of like the ending of this, so maybe up until here. So let's just copy that, and actually let's do even better. Let's copy the event so we have the event, the MIDI as well, and let's put this here. And maybe we double that as well. Okay. Now with both of these parts, let's look at 197. Is it 197 or 193? It's 193 probably. Okay. So looking at the next, was it 4 or 6 measures, we have an E, E2, yeah. So, but these are not quarters, they're eighth notes, so we're gonna go like this. All right, bring up this. Let's do staccatos for this one. For this library, let's do tenuto and then staccato. Maybe we do staccatissimo for the next 2 as well. So it kind of goes like this. Okay. And we don't always have to accent. Short, short. That's what it's saying at least. Short, short, and then B flat or B. And this one will make it long. Okay. Next page. We have the same thing. So this is kind of like what the strings are doing with the horn. Cool. I love it. Let's just take down the velocity a cinch. Interesting. Let's listen to the actual recording. Yeah, you can hear that trombone line, right? What I would say is this one's a bit brighter. It's probably because of this library, Jaeger. So I'm trying to think here. There's also not really, is there any swells going on? Oh, there are. Okay, so maybe with this swell, let's just take it a notch down so it's not as loud. And then here, we can maybe bring up the velocities a little more. Oh, let's try again. Okay, let's bring that up. See what happens. Oh, sorry. I don't know why it does that sometimes. So right here, maybe that needs to be down a little bit. Now I think it's a little too quiet. It's tricky. Let's go in front of the beat just a little bit. Well, now I feel like, this could use a little bump. Just a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Maybe on the first one, not as loud. Okay, perfect. All right, so we have that little march feel of the trombones there, and then you have bum 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 bum. So did I not copy that from the other one? Let's just copy that in. Da, 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 da. It should be here though. This seems a little off to me. I should be only doing this once. Crap. I think I did this wrong. So all of this right here needs to go here, I think. Let me just double check. What did I do wrong then? Dun 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 dun. Sorry, that's all staggered now. So somehow I jumped the gun when I measure ahead, and this stuff is here. This should be here. Here. Okay, so after that, C's twice. Oh, okay, so I did jump the gun. Good, okay. So, let's do this then. So now that I have the right copied part, let's take this, let's delete this. Let's take this down here, down there. Okay, easy fix. Let's take all this. Let's make sure that our data is not so drastic. Seems good. The only other thing is we just got to make sure any type of articulation is switched over appropriately. So I would say maybe for this one, that. And honestly, we might be able to not have anything there, because this probably would sound better with this one. But man, everything just sounds so different. So maybe with that one we can go really high. And this one a little higher. Okay. And then for some of these short notes, maybe we could get away with adding staccato. Something like this. Maybe for this one we can go tenuto and let's see. Wow, that goes really loud for some reason. A little breath. Okay, so we're almost there. This isn't quite the right notes. I just want to kind of get the articulations in the right place. My bad here. I I just have to realize that there's two windows, and sometimes when I'm saving things like that, it's on the wrong window. So, okay, I just meant to save that. Going to trombone 1 and 2, we have somewhere around here, we have this dun 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 dun. So right there, gotta find that. Okay, so right there is where we need to change this to the right notes. And this could be also staccato. Wow. Huh. That sounds really staccato. Also really brassy. Maybe like that. Okay. All right. So then we, instead of going to the G, we go to the E flat. Thank God for the score. Man, there's a lot going on here. Okay. And then let's just hear that all together with the other trombone part. All right, and like that. Hey, Sam. Hey, thanks for letting us know. No worries. Yeah, life happens. Hopefully you're doing okay. Let's see here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the this part. I think this is where we are splitting. Okay, so I think maybe we split this. First note, and I just want to make sure I'm on the right spot now. E flat, F, G flat. Okay, yeah, I think it's right here. So we were going to split this. Maybe we do this top line, B flat. Let's see, we got F, B natural. Let's get rid of that. So then we have C's that are above. Okay, this sounds so like Pirates of the Caribbean at the moment, kind of in your face with all this brass. So I'm just kind of thinking maybe we shape this a little better. Okay, so after that, we have this long note. It's always about context, too. Oops, let me switch this out. It's more about the context of how you do this. That's weird. Let me reshape this. Something like that might be better. Okay, so let's look at the last part, which is on this page. I have to zoom out and to zoom back in to the next page. So we have this one being F sharp. Okay, so we have short note, then we have staccato. Something like that. Hopefully that works out. F sharp, B flat. Well, I wonder what kind of chord that is. F sharp, B flat. Maybe it's a G flat, acting like a G flat. Anyways, let's split this up as well. This should be E natural. This needs to be a little louder, so let's see what we can do here. And the the Jaeger one's a bit too loud, so let's go dial that down. It's something like that. This probably can go down as well. Okay, so then almost done. This needs to split as well. And tenuto should be fine. Let's look at the velocity. Let's bring this up. This could be staccato. Wow, it's a big difference there. Let's do something like that. Okay, almost there. I'm just shaping things up here. Might as well just delete all that right there. All right, so more or less done on that part. Okay. Then we go to the next part. Oh yeah, so this is where I was saying it might be good to layer that note. Oh man, how should I do this? Do I have a 6 trombone? Yeah, I do. Nice. Okay, so let's use another trombone library that I have loaded up, and we're gonna just do a hodgepodge here. But this note needs to attack on C. So I think it's right here actually on 209. All right, and this one is playing through here. Something like this. Okay, so let's put a C sus, and then let's put it down. Cool. All right, so then they hold trombones. Let's find them. Oh, they're right here. Okay, so this tied over for 2 bars. Okay. After that, this one's tied for 1. Or maybe I'm looking at this one actually. And then this one should be another reattack. And then this one is a G. Nope. Oh, what am I looking at now? Oh, I see. Okay, so It's a little bit dicey here. I'm trying to figure out how we can do this correctly. So maybe on up until here, well, I should just keep that. We split it. So we have to split these notes. Let's do tenuto. And let's draw this in. Something in that effect. I think maybe a staccato would be better. Okay, just for that one. But maybe on this measure, 211, we start to split that with this other library. And on this one, we're going to go E. Oh, actually, there's all sorts of splits here. So you have F sharp, and then you have B flat. I'm looking over here. And then this one goes way up to E and G. Wow. What would it sound like if we tenutoed that? Not bad. Okay, so let's listen. Oh. Interesting. So C, F sharp, B flat. So you got a tritone, and then you have B flat. That's a cool chord. I don't even know. That's a color that I'm trying to think what chord that would spell. Like a C7 augmented 11th chord. That's so cool. Yeah, that's what it is. Augmented 11th. Wow. Okay, we'll finesse the ending, but that really adds a lot. So now, now what? Now what? Now what? We could also layer this real quick. Let's try. Nope. Something like that. And honestly, we can probably split that. So I've been doing the top with the blue, huh? So maybe I do the opposite here. Actually, no, that's right. Okay, a little bit thinner, not as much build-up. That's good. Okay, so low brass, all the bass line is done. I think we have timpani to do, and then now we can add everything else in. So let's do timpani real quick. Timpani. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so let's put the final bass line touches here. Is there a roll of any kind? Looks like on the very end. Okay, so let's maybe we go backwards on this. Let's start here with this penultimate chord here. That's weird. There you go. So this is a C like that. So there's your roll. I'm gonna draw it in. Cool. What I like to do here is sort of draw another one up here to hit that. And this should be like that, but way up louder. And something like that. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, this could be a little bit louder. Cool. All right, so at the 197 mark, which is where the woodwinds come in, let's just see what timpani is doing. It's basically playing what the tuba and the low strings are doing. So pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. We just kind of copy and paste this. Redundancy kind of stuff here. Okay, so we got the C, G, C, G again. I think that G is a little strong. Okay, so on the G, we'll dial the velocity down. Maybe the C too a little bit. Okay, so boom, boom, ba-da-da. Okay, so right there is this measure. And what are we doing on timpani? It just drops out. Bum bum. Okay, so let's move to the next page. So when the bass line is kind of holding on this C, it comes back in right about here. Actually right there. Okay, so then we're doubling with that. Okay, so we got some C hits, and then we're hitting this note. Okay, so there's another rule down here. And let me get rid of the velocity window. How do I do that? Remove this lane. Okay, so go in here. Let's draw this in. Okay, so it's doing a quick thing there. Although I think I need to go here. Oh yeah, I feel like I'm one measure behind somewhere here. Maybe this needs to go this way. But that doesn't seem right. Let's see here. Let me double check again. So timpani goes C, G, C. Okay, 2 of those. Another one. Yeah, so 4 of those. So what am I doing wrong? Okay. Okay. I feel like something isn't lining up here. What am I? Did I get the bass line wrong? Did I add or skip a measure? I'm not sure what's going on. Something doesn't feel right. Let's see. Let me just double check on the bass line again one more time. This is a little bit confusing. Excuse me. So here's that. There we go. Okay, so dun, 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 dun. So that part should align with the timpani with the single note here. Huh, that's weird. Did I do something wrong over here? I'm really confused. Timpani Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so here is that timpani line. E, B, E. Okay. After that, you have an E, skip. You have, okay, you got your C, G, C. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I see. I gotta put this one over here. This is one measure at a time. That's what's throwing me off. So it should be like this. Okay, so that looks better now. There you go. All right, so then it drops out, comes back in, 2 measures, which would be here. Was it 2 or 3 measures? 3 measures. So yeah, this should be right here. Okay. Okay, so you got that. And then another roll, it looks like. Oh no. So this is where it changes. So you have this hit. It rolls right there. Why do I have another hit here? Where's that note? Oh, okay. So let's take out this note. We don't need that. Over here, though, this is where we're going to hit the triplet. So we're going to go da-da-da-da. These are 16th note triplets. So it's da-da-da-da. It's really fast. Da-da-da-da. Well, let's vary the velocity of that just a little bit. Okay, this is a weird one. After I hit this, I gotta roll it back, and then this roll needs to go to the end of this measure. Excuse me. Yeah, this is a funky one. So going back here. Okay, and then we're going to pretend like this is a brass instrument. We're just letting it sustain, basically. So that's pretty good. Okay, so then after that, we do it again. Let me look at this. There's a little break. There's a little break right about here. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Almost done. There you go. So, that's weird. Oops. I hate when this happens. So right here, when we go here, we gotta instantly drop down even more, I feel. A little crescendo there. I think that's good. Okay. Yeah. More or less, we're done with timpani. Harp. Celeste. There's all sorts of things here that we need to add. How are we doing on time? It's 9:17? Okay. I think we can finish. Let's hope the best, at least. So, after the string does its thing, dun, 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 we have these weird glissandi stuff. I'll have to figure that out. But I'm just trying to think, okay, what is missing on those 4 bars? Well, how about we focus on there first? Now we're going to go more granular, measure section by section. So 193 is here. Okay, now we gotta figure out who's playing melody. Bum, bum, dun, 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 dun. So all these woodwinds and horn 1 and trumpet is playing that. Oh, and glockenspiel. Okay, so there we go, easy. Let's start with the horn 1 and brass. Let's see. Okay, so I'll do this one, and this is a horn solo patch on this beat. We have a G. This is a F sharp. This is a E. Okay, let's bring up the volume a bit. Yeah. Okay, and then the velocity should be good. Okay, dun dun dun. D sharp, E, F sharp, and then dun dun. B. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So maybe this one go louder. Okay. Now I'm curious to hear what tenuto marking would sound like. Not really. Good. Dun dun dun. Maybe a little bit of accent on the bottom. Okay. All right. So that's the first one. Let's go to the next measure. All right. And then a break, actually. So one whole measure break. Interesting. It's more like this. So you mute that. Cool. Okay. So this is is basically what you do on trumpet too. So trumpet, let's put it on these guys. And it looks like it's just one trumpet plus, either it says -2 or +2. I'm assuming it's -2. So maybe this isn't the best or the patch to use. Maybe we use a trumpet solo patch instead, just for the thinness. That's cool. And it's pretty loud. It'll cut through for sure, but I think maybe it's too loud. So balance that out. Bring this down a bit. Okay. All right. Cool. This trumpet's rushing the beat just a bit. Cool. All right, so that's the brass. Now let's go to what the woodwinds are doing. So you have an E flat clarinet, which I have. I got that loaded up. And then we have a flute playing that little run here. So flute 1 and 2, flute 2 and 3 actually. Let's see how this sounds. This is an interesting little lick here. So you got, oh, it's an E flat though. I gotta, how do I read this as? I think I read this as a bass clef, so. Holy crap. Transposing this is weird. Let me try keep going here. E, E sharp. Wow, I don't even know how that'll sound. Let me let me do it on flute first. How about that? Flute would be easier to read. Here's the flute line. Again, let's try this time with flute. Or oh, okay, this is all major sounding. So this is an E minor chord. Maybe we write this in. So we have E minor. Okay. And it's right here, actually. Yeah, E flat clarinet. I can't transpose that in my head for the life of me. So you have this. These are 16th notes, it looks like. So we're going to go, I'm just going to program it in because life's too short to try to play this to perfection here. So you have B, E, G, B, E. Wow, that's cool. Okay, that's how it should sound. And then here you have G. Now these are 8th notes. F sharp, E. All right, so what's the articulation? Maybe we do staccato for those. For this one, we do marcato, maybe? Let's hear legato real quick. Maybe a legato, a little bit softer sounding. Okay, so then, the problem is I think I'm too high. So let's go to the correct one. Oh, I'm actually on the wrong note. It should be G. Sorry. There you go. Okay. Haha. Okay. We're on the right spots now. So then we go bum 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 bottom. This is a B, A sharp. Put a little bit of accents on some of these. Cool. Yeah, that's good volume. We can maybe add a little push there. Why not? Okay. So essentially, is that what the E flat clarinet is playing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these accidentals are throwing me off. B natural and G sharp. G sharp is the 6th of B natural. That's why. Okay. So let's maybe see what the flute and E flat clarinet are doing here. Oh, hello. It actually changes up quite a bit. E flat clarinet doesn't do anything there, but it does play here. So I'm assuming it's that dun 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 dun. So let's just copy that over. And then let's see what the hell this is doing here. Well, I have a little bit of this. I have like a 10 tuplet thing here. So what I'll do is I'll copy that. I'll move this over. Oops. Oh, like that. Okay, this is a 10 tuplet. It's not in the right spots, so let's go ahead and fix that. By the way, I moderate my Twitch channel. I see there's a note here. If you are bots, or if you're botting and you're trying to, you know, whatever you're doing there, you're promoting your channel or whatever, I'm going to have to block you. Okay, so we have this line here. We have E, G, so that's a G, E, C, Actually, no. Sorry, this is not a G. It is a B. This is a G. Okay. And then moving over, you have a B. These are stuff that is so hard to imagine, to be able to write and hear it. It's amazing that John Williams and his orchestrators can do this and just really hear it in their heads. I'm always impressed by what they're able to accomplish. So, real quick, we have 10 tuplet, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is not a 10 tuplet. This is like a 12 tuplet. For some reason, I'm way over. So, let's stretch this. How about that? So let's go over here. We're gonna stretch this note to the end of this note, and then I'm gonna go like this. All right. So there's your 10 tuplet, more or less. And then with that, let's just make sure we're in the right articulation. This is in legato mode. That's fine. So let's go and put 4 more notes right here. Oh, you know what? This looks like this, I believe. So maybe we can go like that, and I can sort of salvage this. B, E, G. Okay, let's listen. Oh. Cool. Okay, that's cool. Although this shouldn't be, I'm not sure how that happened, but oh, that's so cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure this is not as pushed in. Okay. Oh man, that's so cool. All right, so that is the only instrument that's doing it, and I think this is doubling with the flute, A2. Yeah, so there are 2 flutes doing this. So maybe I'll double it with my other layer here, and let's listen to all of that real quick. Wow. That's so cool. We'll get to listen to the actual recording as well and A/B that, but let's just keep pushing ahead. So the E flat alto clarinet was where I'm going to double a lot of this. On the next page, if you look, E flat clarinet doesn't do that crazy run. So I'm just gonna go and copy or highlight that, delete it, and then we need to also assign the the right articulations if I need it or not. I think oh yeah, so this is a east-west. I see. So I think what we need to do is just make sure we have the right articulation, and this one's more of a a messier approach, but this is just because I don't have an E flat clarinet in my template, and I don't have the key switches really on hand to switch off. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the right articulation. Okay, so let's go to short staccato on this one, and I might have to turn off this as well, save on some CPU. Do I have it? Yeah, I have some send. Okay, anyways, so this part, let's go and mute. Let's go and mute this. Are they even playing there? They're not even playing there, so we don't need this part. Okay, so then over here, I'm gonna do the opposite and just mute these guys. Okay, let's listen to that again. Okay, now I don't think that's the right octave. That's pretty damn high. I mean, it could be the right octave, but I'm assuming it's gonna be an octave lower. Well, maybe not. Look at how high that is. Well, let's see. It's let's use this for an example. That E concert pitch is sounding a major 6 below, which would be a G. A G4, G4 to be exact. Yeah, so we do need to go one octave lower, but you know, sometimes I think I'm correct, and then I listen to the recording and I'm not. So let's just listen to the recording, see if this is the right octave. Okay, so it doesn't sound like so shrilly and shrieky sounding, so I'm assuming that we're yeah, correct on going an octave lower. Okay, that's pretty good. Cool. Let's listen just the woodwinds. Yeah, it's there. It's definitely there. Okay. And let's now move to the other woodwinds. Other woodwinds include clarinets, oboe, and piccolo. Okay. Well, what's nice about this is we can essentially copy a lot of this over. So let's just grab, actually just one even. Let's just grab one of these, and then we're gonna add oboe. Should we do 2 oboes? Maybe, yeah. And then let's do our, well, English horn as well, even though it doesn't really play in the beginning here. And then let's add clarinet, right? Yeah, that was the other one. Okay. Yeah, it gets kind of messy here, but let's do our best. So something like that. Let's glue all these guys, and let's quickly assign the right octaves on some of these splits. Yeah, well, I think that's right. Clarinet also does that. Oh, hello. These are really high. So this one can go there. I think that's right. Okay, so what am I doing? What am I doing? English horn, E. Oh, this is an oboe. It says English horn on the left, but it says 2 oboe. So this is actually an oboe. That oboe is doubled, so we're good. I don't think we need the we need this unless there's a split, but we can worry about that later. Oops. So let's listen. Cool. Okay, the only thing I would say is a lot of this can go down. So maybe, what should I do? I'll just level it like that. Okay. Same thing here. Okay, so that clarinet's pretty high. Let's just make sure that we're not going so high there. Should be here. I think we can go a little bit shorter. on all these, on any clarinet. So this one can be this as well. We don't play. Oh yeah, oboe and clarinets aren't doing this. What about the next page? Let's see here. Yeah. So does the clarinet go to the side? No, it doesn't. Great. Let's move it down. Okay. And then same thing. Oboe doesn't play this little run. Let me change the articulation. Okay. There you go. Okay. All right. Next measure. So we have. I feel like we're missing. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's a harp glissando. Oh, also there should be Celeste. I think Celeste and glockenspiel. Crap. Okay. There's a lot of embellishments here. Okay. So dun 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 dun. So let's copy one set of this, and let's go to the glockenspiel. Okay. All right. That's done. Let's go to the Celeste. The Celeste is going da-da only on these two measures, it looks like, which is interesting. In octaves. Okay. Then we have harp and we have some percussion stuff. So let's look at percussion and harp now for these two measures. There's a pedaling here, so this is D sharp, B flat, C. Okay. Then we have E, F sharp, and you have a A sharp. Wow. D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, B, D, C, C flat, D, C flat, D sharp, C flat. C flat's a B, and then E, F, G, A. Okay. I'm trying to think, what is that spelling out? E, F sharp, A, B sharp, A, B sharp, E, F, G, oh sorry, G, A sharp, G, A sharp. Let's see here. Maybe I'll play this. So you have D, C, B, D, C, B, D flat, E flat, F sharp, G, A flat, and then D sharp. So it looks like a diminished chord. Anyways, that's fascinating. In that case, this is the drag is this stuff. Programming this is a lot of work. So I think for harp, since I have so many harp type runs now, what I could do is take ones that have like a similar shape maybe at this point. And maybe for this one I can take this. Let's see here. And then I'm just going to replicate that somewhere here. Okay. So we're going to shrink this up. And then it says to start at E, and then you have that, what is that, a B? C, yeah. It says to go way up there. Okay, so let's just kind of work our way up. I'm just bringing notes up, and we'll assign the right notes. Okay, so let's say that's your B. And then we're going to go down again. So we're going to start here. Excuse me. Oh, it's not a good day. And then we have, it was E, F sharp, G natural, A sharp. Okay, and then we have D, C flat, weird, D, C flat, and then E, and so on, B natural. I think that's it. D sharp, E natural, F, G, A sharp, right? A sharp, B. The B's are weird because there's two B's. So there's no C natural, just C. So that's kind of a weird one with, I have to kind of pull this in almost to make that work. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, we'll get this. It's just a lot of guessing here for now. Okay, so we have this, D sharp, E, F sharp, G natural, A sharp, B. Okay, now after that B, then we can go kind of cascading back down. In this case, I think this will work. I'm not sure where it leads though. Let's look at the next measure. And they want you to go back down to somewhere here on the E. Somewhere like that. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and now bring it in. And it sounds something like this. Okay. Now we can shape that a little bit. Okay, just like that. Sounds great. Yeah, it's like a diminished chord through the pedaling choices. It's really cool. Okay, moving on. This one has an E, goes all the way to that B again. C, E, G, B. Yeah, is that a B? No, that's an A. E, C, E, G, B, A. So that's an A way up in the ledger line there. And this one, it's so, there's a lot going on. It's just an ad lib, but also that there's a pedaling choice as well. So I don't even know. Let's listen to the recording and see what the pattern or the kind of the flow is going for the harp here. Let's go over to the next part. Yeah, somewhere right there. I love that part. It sounds like Star Wars for a second. What I would say is, it's kind of all over the place. This is chaotic. I mean, the harp player is having a lot of fun here, if anything. I would say, let's just kind of try to replicate it as best as we can in terms of the shape. Well, whether you go up and down. Okay, so those are 4 measures worth. Let's just take a look-see. So after that, it wants, I mean, it looks like it keeps going. Let's see here. Okay, so right here, where the trumpets are, you have one little hit here. Okay, so I do have, again, I have some cool harp runs in the past, and I'm thinking maybe we can combine some to save time. For instance, this, I think it was, I can't remember now. Oh, I think it was over here. Yeah, this is one that's really wavy. So I can maybe just copy that contour, but like start at a different part of the beat. Again, this is not ideal, but I don't want to spend so much time on harp runs, anyways. So I think we'll just do what we can. So on this measure, we're kind of stopping around. Let's see, in the recording, right there. Okay, so our goal is to get all the harp stuff in, up until there at least, and then right here, yeah, right here is where it kind of starts. So let's go to that beat, which is beat 3. Well, actually, I'm looking at the wrong measure. Still, beat 3. Good. So, excuse me. Let's look at the pedaling too. Pedaling is really similar to before, except now you have E flat, and then you have A flat. Okay, yeah, interesting. E flat and A flat. Okay, so let's take these guys. They're still F sharp. There's no G accidental, but A flat now. That's weird. The B flat, I think it was, or let's see, pedaling wise, B E D C B flat. Yeah, D C B flat, right? D C B E F G A. Oh, okay. You know what? I kind of messed up on this one. I just realized I looked at the pedaling wrong. So there is a C. There's no B though, right? Holy moly. Let me double check here. So, oh man, where am I? Oh yeah, right here. So D, C flat, B. D, C flat, B. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was right the first time. Well, I doubted myself. So I take this back. Going back to this part here, the C is natural now, and the B is flatted. Okay. Okay. C is natural, B flat. There's a flat. And then, what about G? Let me just double check. Yeah, G is still good. All right. Well, we got the D sharp. Okay, D sharp. I think I remember now. E flat. Oh man, that's weird. F sharp, G, A flat. What is this? C natural, D sharp. Okay. And then it wants you to go to this C. And then from that C, it kind of does its thing with all the embellishments. So first off, I am needing an extra octave, like so. E, F, G, D, C. Okay, so let's start here. And this is where it gets Like, man, so tedious. Okay. Okay. So after that, we can start doing a little bit more contour here. Also, to make this go by quicker, let me cut this. And let's do all of these universally. So E should be E flat. Is that right? Let me just see this again. So E flat, E F, E flat, F sharp, G, A flat, D sharp, C, B flat. Okay. So again, what I'll do is go E flat, D sharp. So all my Ds I can just delete in a sense. C natural, B flat, A flat, G, F sharp, E flat, D again, delete the D's, C natural, B flat, A flat, E flat, D, delete the D. Okay. Oh, there's more, huh? E flat, delete the D. F sharp, E flat. Okay. So there's a little bit of a gap on some of this. It's not the end of the world, but I'll just kind of get this so that it's more smooth. All right. Yeah. Okay, almost there. Yeah, that's more or less there. Okay, so we have like a cool contour shape here, and I want to just keep that going. Excuse me. But it's really tricky to, I mean, we also kind of want to go with the energy here, but I feel like this one is a bit more free to what you can do. So I'm just going to mess around a little more. How should I do this? So after this A, or actually it's a G, that should be F sharp. After this note, maybe we go up to an A. Let me think about this actually. What if we, oh crap. There's like other notes here. Okay. There's C, there's no C sharp. I'm not sure what happened here with the copying, but yeah, there's some weird things happening here. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but it works. Maybe I pull this back a little bit like that. Oh man, I'm not sure what happened there, but anyways, you have this note going up. Okay. Okay. So what we could do is I'm going to change this out real quick. And I'm going to push this over here. And then we're going to sort of use some of that as a guide for here. D sharp, E, well, it's actually E flat, and then F sharp, G, and E flat. Okay, so there's some of this. I'm just trying to figure out some ways to draw this out a little longer or make it a little more original. Okay. And then we now have a different sort of morphing version of this. But if I were to undo this real quick, I'm going to copy what I had somewhere here. Yeah, I'm going to just copy what I have here. And it's going to undo that back to where we were. Okay. And then we have a little bit more to work with. This is the lazy way of doing it. Okay, so almost there. Just got to get all these little dots, fill in the dots basically. All right, so we have an E. I can kind of make this shorter as well so they don't overlap. Okay, good. So 4 measures worth. We're almost there. Let's take this again. It's like a permutation of what we just did. And let's take that back in here, about that much. Oops, I meant to copy it. All right, so right after this note, we're gonna go right there. Great. Cool. Okay, so again, we're just adding energy, right? After that, it looks like they want you to drop out. I'm not sure exactly, but after that, you know, it goes back up. So maybe we just copy this again. We just go up to that A, or is it A flat? C, E, G, B flat, B flat. So let's go over here, and this one we can like elongate maybe. We go like this. Okay, and this will be like a B flat. Okay, so that's basically that, and then we can also mess with one more thing I should do is just kind of vary the vary the velocities. Actually, I'll do it right here. We'll vary the velocities in different ways. Something like that. It's, you know, it's not ideal, but this kind of gives a lot of character. This part's kind of a weird one because it's like it almost duplicates twice. So what I'll do is make this one a little quieter. Just give it some variation, that's all. Okay, so that part's done. The other part that's really hard is the strings. The violin is doing some like just ad-lib glissandi stuff, and I have some really good glissandi libraries that should do the job. But let's just focus on the melody still, because we still need to fill that in, right? So we have all the kind of more embellishments here. We got some of the bass lines. looks like the horn is also playing a lot of the melody. So I'm just thinking out loud what we can do next. I think trumpet also does stuff, has its own little color, but maybe we start on melody. So let's go back here. Okay, so I think that all those measures are done up until 197. So 197, let's see. Where is that? I'm a little lost myself. I think this is 195 we're looking at. So it's probably right here, actually, is 197. Okay. So now we can look at what the horn is doing. But let's start around the horns. So for these four measures, I should say, let's see what happens. We have that, and then we have to transpose this. So this is a G minor chord, but it's actually a C minor chord. And C is C3. Okay. This one we have to hold out. Excuse me. Maybe we do something. Ooh. Okay, I like that articulation. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so that's one part. Let's look at the next two measures. Horn then does something like this. I guess I can just copy this over, but we have a note right here. Oops. There you go. So it goes like that. It's a G2. Okay. Good. And then we're gonna have to do something similar with this velocity. I don't know, around there. Let's eyeball it. Okay. Right there, we have a note that has to pick up. So we have a E flat. Okay. Bum, and I think it's bum bum. Bum 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 bum. All right, so we can probably take this over here. And just copy this over here. But we go transpose this, so it's a G. Okay. And let's see what we have. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Let's see here. think I'm measure off. I think I need to go like this. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. So now we're in the right spot. Over here, this is where the melody comes in. It's really, really quiet. I feel like maybe we do. Oh, actually, it was in the wrong articulation. No, it was in the right one. I just have to do this. Okay, and then these ones probably tenuto. That's tricky too. Maybe marcato. Bells up is an interesting approach. I don't know. I don't know what's the best articulation for this, but okay. Maybe we do something like that for now. Let's just go and finish that off. So, sorry, I keep jumping back. I'm in the wrong spot, I think. Okay, I think I'm here. Yep, okay. So, we can push this in front of the beat a little bit better. Okay. Oh, G flat. E flat. It should be A flat, right? Wait. So this would be a B flat. This would be. There you go. Then D flat. Okay, next page. Actually not A flat, D flat, an octave higher. Okay. And I'm making this really strong because it has to poke through. So that's why I'm doing these stronger ones. B, G, F sharp, B. It's a B. Yeah, that one kind of sounds a little weird, but hey, it might work. That might work. And then bum bum bum. I'm not sure what the notes would be here, but let's grab tenutos. And let's go E. What is that? G sharp. I need to do it again. Oh, and there's some splits over here. So just pay attention to the bottom horns there. Afterwards, let's see. This is a little different. This is B down here. G sharp. G. Okay, we're almost there. Cool. So maybe we bring this up. too. Yeah. Okay, good. Now, maybe I'll do splits here for now. So let's go harmonize this. There's like thirds on these ones, so it's a little tricky. Let's go the middle line first. Middle line is D sharp. Then we have D flat, or I should say E. E, D sharp, oh, D sharp, E, D sharp, E again. And then here we have, whoa, it goes really low, G sharp. Oh, hello. Right here, this go G sharp, E. Okay. Split down here goes to C. Okay, should be this C though. Okay, now take this, push it up there. All right, and then let's do one more. It's an octave, and I'll bring it back up. So then this one is D flat, and this one is A flat. Wow, it's low. Okay, so same thing. Okay, and then the last one we have B flat. Fifth below is E flat, and then this one goes back to the, well, actually goes D and then C. Okay, let's bring that up, and then here, this one is I'm looking at fourth horn. That's G. Okay, let's listen to how that would sound. Whoa, something's not right. Oh no. Okay, so let's see here. What did I do wrong? I think maybe I was in the right vicinity here. No, that doesn't seem right to me. What am I thinking here? So this one needs to go here. Is that right? Oh man. Starting to lose my mind here. So I think I looked at this wrong initially. It should be C sharp, right? C sharp, and then this should be A flat. Okay, hopefully I got everything else right, so I just gotta fix that. C sharp, C sharp. Okay, that doesn't sound right on the next part. Oh, I see. So the bottom note changes. So it doesn't just stay on D flat, it goes to C. Or I'm transposing. So C sharp, C, C sharp, C, C sharp, C. Okay. And then this part is really wacky. It goes down. You have G sharp and you have E flat. Okay. Well, I think we fixed that. Now we just go to, boom, C sharp. Oh, I see. There's accidentals on here as well. Whoops. Okay, this still sounds wrong to me. Why? It should be B natural, G sharp, G sharp. Isn't that right? G sharp and then E flat. I guess, yeah, I don't know. That sounds good to me. So let's listen. Cool. It'll be nice to add the upper range of all those instruments together too. So we're almost there. So then, man, I'm really hung up on this. I can't think of why this would be wrong. Maybe it's an E. Oh, okay. So, no, I'm looking at the right spot. E, B. Yeah, should be a B natural. I don't know. Maybe with everything else it'll sound fine, but that's what it says. Let's go to the next part, shall we? Before we do that, let's just layer this real quick. So all of these notes are different, which is unfortunate. So the long notes, let's go sustain. For these guys, let's go marcato or maybe staccato, but then let's do marcato for these guys. Or what would legato sound like? No, the marcato actually sounds good. I just wish it was a little bit longer. Oops, let's see here. Let's go compress. But I think with everything else playing, it should layer okay. Okay, and then this one here gets a bit much, and it's mostly probably there and also here, and just and the velocities. Okay, all right. So now let's look at our trumpets. Okay, so right there's like a carnival type run. We'll do that in a second, but let's look at a couple more spots. You got the trumpet just playing little accents and things like that. So let's go ahead and add that in. I'm thinking which trumpets we should do. Maybe we do this one, this patch here, and let's go. Man, actually, let's do 2 patches. So we'll do the top line for trumpet 1 and 2. What am I doing? Let's bring this in, and let's bring this over here. And we gotta transpose this. Oops. So this would be what, an E flat and G. Okay. So that's an octave too low. Let's go to that on the other side, and let's put this on C. Nice. Look at that. That's a good staccato. I'm wondering what tenuto would sound like instead. I kind of like the staccato better. Okay. If anything, we just need to either bring it down in the velocity, probably more in this, just because we're triggering the right energy articulation. It's just a little too loud. I think that's good now. Now let's go to the next part. It's really fast. And we can stick with the staccato layer here. So we're going to go here. We're going to put triplets on these. And these not in the right notes, so let's fix that. A flat, E flat, C. Okay, so there's that. Next is E flat, G, C. And last but not least, you have that. So this one goes to G flat, E flat, and C. All right? Okay. Oh, yeah. And, you know, like you could mess with some of the velocities here. Maybe bring it down a little bit. I don't know. It's not really, it doesn't do too much, but enough. I feel like the trombones can be a little louder too, now that we have everything else playing. Trombones should be nice and strong. Yeah, I don't know what you could do there. Let's try. Good. So we need just a little bit there, and then maybe in here as well. I don't know if that's going to work. The other one sounded better, actually. So what can we do here? Maybe with all of these guys, we just give a strong... something like that. That's a little bit too loud now. It could be something like that, right? Sure. That sounds better. Okay, so we got the trumpet line. Let's just keep that going. I just wanted to bring up the trombone because that's actually what's featured, and trumpets were actually louder, so we want to bounce that better. And then to the next part, I think it's the same chords, but this one is different, which is what I'm really excited about. Get excited about these different licks. So this one's a little trickier because this splits so much. So you have, maybe I'll start top. So we got C, D flat, D natural, and so on. I'm just gonna stop talking because I'm gonna keep coughing here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I think I got that more or less done. So now maybe we take this. Well, maybe we mess with the velocities as well. Kind of make it just a little more variable. Whatever. That's good enough. Okay, so then we take that a voice down here. This would be a fourth below. I'm thinking it's exactly a perfect fourth below the whole time. B flat, C, B, A flat, G. Okay. So then we go to the blue patch, which is trumpet 3. And I'm looking now here. E flat, F sharp. All right, let's listen. Wow, that's so cool. There, this is actually more of a legato line, I just realized. So what if we took this and that, made it, excuse me, made it legato. Oops. That's gonna sound weird. That's cool. Mariachi. Wow. Well, if we did legato, no, that wouldn't work. I think we kind of have to do it all in staccato, unfortunately. But if we do that all in staccato, what we need to do is kind of take these notes and velocities, bring it down, sort of draw up contour of that. See. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Weak sauce. Maybe we do a little bit of that. Bring up the velocities a little bit more. Right here. Highlight that. Something like that. Cool. Yeah, it's not. That's not what I was hoping for. That's actually really tricky. I would say maybe like a Jaeger trumpet or something would help. Let me try one other thing real quick. We have this. Maybe we layer that. Take that, put in here. Okay, so that might actually help a little bit. Let's bring that down. Oh, sorry, saving. Okay, that's cool. I mean, it might be a little loud, but that really works. So, speaking of, it might be loud. Let's just bring it down. And there's like one velocity note that's just really. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, got it. Let's move on. So then we have more of these hits. One right there. Okay. The goal is to finish today, so we're going to do what we can. Okay, so then this thing right here, we're going to go over here. That's an F, so B. Oh, actually, no. I'm thinking horn for some reason. It should be that. And flat, C, B flat, yeah. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. One note down. I think that's right. Should be A flat. A flat. G flat E. Okay. All right. And then next line. Trumpet. Still, we have this. Okay, so we have boom. What is that? G. So we gotta go down to here. There's your F, B flat, D flat. G, F. That sounds like some kind of 7th chord. I'm guessing it's a G7 chord. Okay. And then it resolves to C minor, probably. C minor. Okay, and then right here, this is where another really cool moment with the trumpets is this. Dun, 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 dun. So I'm going to take some of these notes, and we're going to push this over here. Take this, push this over here, bring up the velocities a little bit. Okay, so this needs to go A flat. Oh, okay. It might not resolve on C. Well, let's just double check here. A flat, D sharp is D, C sharp, and then this is E. Okay. Next part, we have going up a bit. This is D. Whoa, that goes actually a lot higher than I thought. D flat, E natural, and A sharp, so G sharp. Okay, and then on this one, we go G natural, still E, and C. Okay, that's what that's saying, and I think we just duplicate that a couple times. Cool, very nice. So let's look at what we can do to make it quieter. Maybe we even drop it down more. I mean, yeah. It's interesting how these ones kind of sound more wimpy. Cool. And then last part is this. You have G natural. No, sorry, E flat. G sharp. And B. Okay, and then this note, whatever those notes are, B, F sharp would be, I guess we go down. So E natural, I'm going top down here, C and G. Okay, change the articulation to, let's say, sustain. Okay, that sounded weird. Sorry. Maybe hit that harder. That's kind of hard because of all these jumpy patterns here. So maybe on this one, trying to think how we can do this. I'm not sure why these sound so loud all of a sudden. That's cool. Well, anyways, we're almost there, but still a lot to do on these finishing touches. I'm not too worried about the last few measures. There's some harp stuff, but this stuff seems like we can copy and paste a lot, so, and hopefully that's the case. Anywho's, let's keep going. Let's finish the trumpet and brass line here. So we have right over here. Yeah, it is fascinating, isn't it? There's just so much that's involved. I mean, mocking it up is one thing, but just the sheer imagination of these notes is really cool. Okay, so we have So this part is where it holds. And again, I'm doing not a fermata per se. I'm just holding that for 2 measures. So we have an extra measure towards the end here. Let's go backwards. We're gonna hit G, E. Is that E? Yep. And then this one is a C. Okay. This one goes down to E flat. And if I had some extra time, I would analyze this these chords with you, but I'm gonna have to skip on that. Now, I'm not sure why it does so much of the vibrato. I'm gonna take it off. Okay. After that, crescendo, which we're gonna ride in a second. Let's do that right now. That's hard to time. Okay, so now we have that hit, and then we can go, which is awesome. It's a great release. It becomes, I think it's a major chord here. What chord is that? I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. I got jumping around here. So let's look at it. F sharp. We got to transpose though. E, G, and C. E, G, C. So C major chord. Right there. G, C. Okay, that's it. Well, let's change it to tenuto. Yeah, okay. Should be good. Now we got to do that for horns and wherever else. Oh, sorry. I have the solo on. Let's turn that off. Let's try again. Cool. All right. And then there's some other things. we are missing some glissandi stuff with strings, so we have to come back and do that. But I think we're getting very close to finishing. There's woodwinds too. There's also percussion. But anyways, we are getting closer and closer. What time is it? Okay. Let's see what we can do. So let's go to horns. Horns, horns, horns. Okay, so the horn here is da-da-da-dum. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay, so we have what was that? E flat. Then we have A flat. Wait. G flat. And then B flat. Okay. These should be staccato. Yes, okay. And then let's put this in the right triplets in this case. Okay. G flat, E flat, and B flat. C, E natural, and that's a G. Okay, so this is what we're holding. We're going to hold these notes for 2 measures, like I mentioned, and we'll kind of just all balls to the wall, get this playing, see how it sounds. Something like that. Let me try again. Try again. This is a little tricky with this one. I don't know if that does anything. It does, actually. So that's almost extreme. You have to go extreme measures on this one. Let's see here. Okay, that sounds great. Let's go to the next part, which is this part. And these should be staccato. Okay, but this one should be tenuto. This could be a marcato. And then on this note, let's go. There's a four-part split. So this would be C4. I'm gonna get some water. Then we have G3. Oh, it's not 4-part split. It's really a 3-part in this case. Well, technically it is a 4-part split, but for the samples that I'm doing, it doesn't matter. So I mean, technically I could do something like this and do something like this. Yeah. So the horns are done. And then let's see. Towards the end, trumpet comes in. Horn does this thing. So we might need to add this in real quick. Oh, hello. Right on this measure. So third to last measure, which is here. Let's just fill this out real quick with the horns. Horns we have, bum bum. Okay, what's the rhythm here? Dotted eighth notes. That's kind of weird. Like that. Okay. So these are dotted eighth notes, which is 3/16 notes. So like that. We're gonna go B flat, E flat, G flat. This one is D flat. Oh, G. What am I thinking here? B flat. Oh, it goes way up. And then this one goes to G flat, and this one goes to E flat. Okay, and we'll hold this out to the end of that second measure. And then another. And let's look at the chord again. It looks similar. Except this is a actual 4-part split. So here, maybe we go like this. Okay. All right. And then we shape it. Okay. Let's shape this one. That's kind of tricky. Let's go down a little bit. Yeah, so we got that. Let's add trumpet while we're here. So trumpet is doing up, actually down here. This is trumpet. So second to last measure, trumpet comes in. You're going, oh, bum, bum, like a bell chord. So you got a bell chord, and this is playing probably something similar to this one. So I'll just copy it, but it's probably not the right notes. Over here, we have sustain. Do I have sustains on these? I should. Oh, I see. Oh, and I did it on the wrong one. Let's do it on this one. And a split. Let's split this. So we'll put it here and here in the yellow. I'll put same thing. I'll take this off. Take this off. Okay, here we go. So sustain, and then there should be a hit. Do I have a hit? Let's grab one of these guys. Put in tenuto. G and wait, G, yeah, G and C. Okay, goes really high. Is that how high we need to go? I think so. C5. Okay, and then let's draw it in. Actually, this needs to go way higher. We have E flats. We have this one going to G flats. G flat. B flat. No. What is that? A, C, B flat. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So then let's go ahead and draw that in. Okay, that's really high, isn't it? Should work. Okay, so same thing here. This one is a tenuto. We're going to go to an E, E4. And then this one goes to B flat, 3, E flats. Okay. Okay, let's hear how that sounds. Oh, okay. I know what I did wrong. So this is twice as long. So let's take this off. I'll just time stretch it down. And let's see how this goes. Oh yeah. However, this has to be in the right spot. Excuse me. There you go. 3/16 notes. There you go. Oh, let's take the vibrato off. Okay, so there you go. There's brass, more or less, is done. Done. Now what we need to do is look at all the other junk that's out there. We have some got some really fast runs there. You got hits with the upper strings that we need to do. Maybe we can start there. Maybe. Okay, let's try that over here. Let's look at our strings. Strings are kind of funky because, yeah, there's, trying to find where we start, actually. The upper strings. Whew, man, there's so much work to be done here. Maybe for tonight, even though we're trying to finish it, what I would say is let's get at least all the strings in. Although I know the woodwinds would really help too. If we get the strings in, it should sound full enough to present at least. And then at some point this weekend, maybe I'll actually finish it up and showcase it at a different time. But this is my last stream for the month, or for this month, and then I'm taking a whole month off, just so you know. Okay, so let's go to this part. Yes. Okay, so this is where it gets a little crazy. We have this glissando thing. Yeah, we really need the woodwinds. Man, that's too bad. Okay, so what we'll do is with this Glissandi, it's all ad lib. It seems like. What we need to do is we need to add some of these Glissandi type effects, and it's not ideal, but at least it gives us something to work with. So. Something, in that regard. So we're going to, it says to use these chords. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it kind of froze up. Let's try it again. Okay. Anyways, I mean, it does matter in the sort of sequence of things. But we can make it work. It's more a cacophony of sound here. Okay, gotta get in the right volume, so that's another thing. Let's see here. Okay, let me just kind of see what they are doing here. There's like a G. It's more like screechy and long. Let's see if there's anything like that here. There's a lot of fun. Oh, that's kind of fun. Something maybe in that regard. Okay. It might be a little like low in. Maybe that one's better. But anyways, yeah, you can have fun with that. Just go crazy with all sorts of experimentation. But I'll bring the volume down a little bit. Okay, so it's kind of like that. The little cacophony of sounds here. Maybe on this one we go up. See if there's like a. Let's see. I also need to assign this before I forget. This one, it was called. Oh, I just forgot it. Was it? Well. Okay, so it's Chaos Gliss. That's what it's called. Great one. On this one, this is like a shorter one. Interesting. It goes up. I kind of like that too. Man. Oh, it's one octave below. Okay, so here we go. Man, I don't know. I kind of like that one now more than this one. Okay, so maybe we mix and match. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have some fun. But yeah, so we're just adding little things, but you want to time it, you want to try to make it somewhat musical. Maybe a longer one. I don't know. I'm just trying to think what we could do here. Yeah. Let's see. It's kind of high. Aggressive tremolo. I have a feeling these are not triggering. Oh, okay. They are triggering the different ones. Okay. I was wondering if it was working. I like that. Maybe we put that in the beginning. And then I gotta drag this over. Drag this over. Drag this over. Okay. And then maybe we just repeat this one. So they go here-ish. Like that. Something like that. Hey, 7 Tears of Hope. It's good to see you. Yeah, I mean, is it ideal? No, it's not ideal, but it's fun to just put little things like this in. Now, with that being said, let's see. Let's see if I can find other things that might make it a little different. I don't know. Let's try that. That horn is a bit quiet, isn't it? So let's pump that up. Maybe we change the articulation. Maybe we put it in something like this. Okay, let's try that. solo that. I don't know what I just pressed. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Good. That's good. And then I'm gonna just bump up the volume here too. I still think there's like a mistake in the score here. Or, I mean, it is a long day. It could be me too, but something here is just not the same. It's not working for me. It's right here. Let's see what note I'm hearing that just sounds weird. What if, rather than B or C, I mean, rather than B, we do C. That sounds better to me. Okay, maybe it's the B that's rubbing up. That sounds a little weird. Okay, so then all I was going to do, because we got the strings, those are your stringless ad-lib stuff that is saying. You ad-lib that for a bit. Then right around here, there's actual notes. So, oh yeah, and there's also these Celestes that I've noticed are kind of going crazy with the woodwinds. Ooh, look at that. I'm kind of bummed that I can't really touch upon this too much right now, but I will just kind of do the important stuff, any melodies, things like that. Right here, I'm trying to think where that is. That's probably right here, huh? Okay, so I need to take out some of this. Maybe we just delete that. And then on this measure, right before, or maybe 2 measures before, it's 2 measures before, you have strings doing stuff. I mean, I got a whole thing here, so. Okay. So right here, we have strings now taking over. We got the Viola should be playing stuff here too. Okay, so shoot, let me go backwards one more time. Looks like I missed what the Viola was playing. So let's actually do that real quick. 2 measures were worth right her. So we have E flat, G, okay, and let's just do spiccato, and then these are 16th notes too, apparently. Okay, so we have that with the right note is G. Something like that. Okay, so there's your first part. Let's bring that up a little bit. Let's go to the next one. We have E flat and A flat. Oh, okay, but then this goes C, E sharp, oh, E flat. What is that? That's a F sharp. Okay. Cool. All right, next. Again, let's see. C. Huh. C, E flat. Okay. A natural or, sorry, G. Okay. You have what looks like a G, E flat, and then G. Okay, we're almost there. And then on this part, which is looks like measured tremolos. I wonder how that would actually work in the context of a 6/8 bar. I don't think it'd work, but we can try. Let's see. We got measured tremolo right there. So we're gonna go. Oh, it actually works. Okay, great. So measured tremolo, and then this is playing the melody, huh? Da-na. Oops. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's listen to everything that far. Okay, let's listen to just the strings. I think we can bring up that somehow, maybe in the velocity. Okay. All right. Okay, real quick. So let's finish that off. That's a D flat. Whoa, is it really a D flat? No. What am I thinking? Man. Is it a D flat? Man, my brain's not working now. Yeah. But it should be there, right? Yeah, it's there. Okay, I was right, D flat. This is a C. Okay. And then whatever that plays right there. Let's finish that with the strings too. So it looks like the strings come back in playing the melody in octaves here. Okay, so let's just take whatever the horn was playing. Maybe take this one. Okay, right there. This one's an octave higher. Okay, and then violin 2 is playing an octave lower. Okay. Okay, good. So let's look at what the hell the strings are doing here. It looks like strings are playing really fast arpeggios of whatever. The trumpet's kind of doing this, but this is wacky. Okay, so let's look at the viola line. It's a little different. The viola line is going to be playing 16th note triplets, and we go E, C sharp, G sharp, E. Okay, then you do that twice. And then this one, we could, I would say marcato. Or, maybe spiccato it. Cool. That sounds nice. It's a cool effect. And last but not least is our chord. Looks like there's a split. We're gonna do sus marcato here. And it's a G, E and G. Whoops. Okay. Okay. So I did that much. Let's look at the next page. So then this part right here. Oh. And then da-da-da-da. We're gonna go B flat. So I got stuck note there. Oh, I got a lot of stuck notes here. It's acting weird. This would be what? Oh yeah, look at that. That's probably why. So here, I'm gonna do another sustain type thing. Okay. Is that right? C. So I need to go higher. Okay. All right. Let's see. Am I on the right notes? B flat, E flat, F. No, it should be G. Not G flat. That's right. Okay. So that's that. Let's draw in some other things. Okay. And then we have a quadruple stop. Hoo-wee. Quadruple stop, guys. Let's do a tenuto. Excuse me. So this one here has what looks like a A. A. G. Oh man. A. No. Sorry guys. C. G. E. I actually need to go here. E. And that's a C. Oh, hello. So let's put a little bit of a roll effect on there, like this. Bringing up the velocities, especially the top two. There you go. So we have that on just the viola. I would say this part at least is really easy for these guys because it's just that but an octave higher. So let's go like this. Except we don't do the quadruple stops. Let's go delete that. Okay. And then let's go backwards. So our strings are playing something similar, but it's like a third higher. And then you have an E and a G. E and a G. Okay, so this one also is the same. So let's just put that in. So this would be that. But it should be also an octave higher. Okay. All right. Let's take this guy. Oh, man, I always do that. Sorry, let's see here. There you go. Let's take the notes from here. And let's put that into here. Okay, and we'll go a third higher. E, G sharp, E, C sharp. G sharp. Is that G sharp? Yeah. C sharp. It's E natural. Okay. So there are all the F's are supposed to be a E natural. G sharps. C's are C sharp for the most part. Oh, it does go C natural here. Hold on, let's see here. What am I looking at? B, C sharp. What? Oh, wait, hold on. What is going on? C, G natural, E, C. G sharp, E, C. Huh? G sharp, E, C sharp. G. Is it G sharp? Yeah, G sharp, C sharp, E, G. G natural, C. Okay, so all of this I can copy over, and then I can copy that into here. And is that in the right octave? It should be. No, it's not. We gotta go higher on both of these. Okay, so then this is what that would sound like with the strings. Okay, good. Now, I wanted to skip over to the next part because, well, this is cool. We're missing some fine details, but what's nice about at least what we have going on is we have this type of movement which looks really similar to what we just did, but I guess it's not the same notes, unfortunately, but it is a similar rhythm. So what I could do is just take this and just quickly put them in the right spots. So we have G. We're actually going lower on the octave here. G sharp, G, F sharp, G, A flat, G, G flat. Oops. Gets stuck sometimes. Okay, so it looks like it kind of does that over and over. Okay, now let's put maybe either in legato or marcato. Cool, I like that. Okay, so we have this idea, and then this part on the 9/8 measure, which is right here at 210, we have the notes. I just want to make sure that these are in the right spots. So this is beat 2, beat 2, beat 3. These non-lits are crazy. There's a lot going on. Okay, good. So then now the phrasing starts like this, and then we can go whoop, whoop-de-whoop, like that. Luckily, these are actually just the top strings, so we can just copy and paste that. And then over here we have something else probably, huh? Looks like it changes up a little bit. So whatever I copied and pasted is a little bit off. We have G, F. Huh. G flat. That's weird. Because there's a F sharp. Isn't there F sharp in there? Yeah. That's weird. So what does that mean? And there's also Celeste here. So we can copy paste the Celeste as well. But I think that's very strange. There's a F sharp. And then all of a sudden it goes to G flat, which is the same note. I don't know. Anyways. What can you do? So we have this G flat, F natural, B flat, A, B flat, E flat, D. Let's hear how this sounds. Cool. All right. I see. It's just kind of following what the horn's doing there. But then you go back down to B flat. Like that. All right, that's cool. And then let's just copy one of these, go down, G flat, B flat. Oh, you know what? Oh, actually, never mind. I'm good. So let's just keep going. So we have da 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 da, G flat, B flat, E flat. And then this goes to, whoa, looks like a flat maybe? Or a G flat, okay. And G flat holds out till the end of this measure. Holy moly. Let's look at this rolled tenuto and put that into here. So we have a C at the top, C5 though, E, G. That's kind of a big jump. Okay, and then here, da 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 da, maybe we go staccato or something. Bring up the velocity, okay. Cool. All right, so something like that. Now what I could do is copy this over to the other. And let's see how that transferred over. Okay, so let's listen to the string part. Cool. I think we can bring up the volume just a bit. Maybe like as we go up here, let's draw it in. Here as well, just a more gradual one. Okay, let's see how that sounds. The brass sounds a little weird. Let me just double check this real quick. There's their tenutos. But it works. It's just kind of loud, I guess. Okay. Anywho, so there's that. What was I gonna do? So with the strings, oh yeah, there's just one other string part I just wanted to try. So the string on the viola has some stuff. So bum bum. So where this one has this. So let's take that and let's put this with the viola. And the viola is only playing the top line. Like that. And we're doing tremolos here, looks like. So let's go E flat or G flat and B flat. Cool. Hoo-wee. We're almost there. So we'll take the rolled notes. Well, actually, you know what? This looks like the same as what the violin would play, but an octave lower. Okay. All right. So we'll take all these notes. Let's put them in the right articulation. This is acting kind of weird. Oops. Let's take that out. Oops. Take. Okay. So let's put this in tremolo. Cool. And that sounds like cool. So the only other thing is I know we're missing some woodwind stuff here, but all of this right here, this cool run with the Celeste, I think we can add as well. So let's just quickly put Celeste in here. One here, one here. Okay, let's go an octave higher on these. And we'll like do a quick that. Sorry, it's loud. Anything else I can add? I mean, there's, you know, of course, we could do like a quick thing with our cymbals just to make it final. I don't know, we're missing a few things. There's a few holes with woodwind, but I want to finish in the next 5 minutes here. So let's go and do this. So we got our suspended cymbal. Although I could not hear anything. Let's try that again. Okay, something's a little off here. Wow, this is acting up. Let me put it on this one. Okay, that one probably works better. I think maybe my samples are overloaded or something, because it's just not wanting to play when everything's playing at once. That makes sense. There's a lot going on here. So here, this is a triangle. Okay, so there's that, and I don't want to overload the computer too much, but this is the last one. Something like that. Is that gonna work? Oh, I see. Okay, that might work. Okay, so that'll definitely work, but let's half everything. Okay. Something like that, right? Okay, so I wish we could do more, but it's 99%. No, 99. I'll say 95% there in terms of all the notes, relatively speaking. Lots of notes, right? But I'm fairly happy where it's going. And when I have some free time, we got a wedding coming up in a little bit. I'm going to be really busy. That's why I won't be able to stream for the next month. We've got our honeymoon and everything else. But what I want to do is just I wanted to get as far as I could with this piece. And then, we'll take a vacation. So with that being said, I'll have probably maybe a couple hours to just finish up the remaining portions. We got the woodwind and some percussion stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's good to see you guys, Shard. It's good to see you, 7 Tears of Hope, and anyone else that's been watching live with me. I appreciate that. What I'll do is I will play it from the beginning, and let's just see how it sounds. It might, excuse me, it might sound kind of empty towards the end, but we will go about it and see how it sounds. Oh, thank you, Guy. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a long time coming for me. It's finally happening. Okay, so this is the Hedwig's theme in its entirety, and this is the last episode. So let's go ahead and press play. If you guys like what you're watching, please do like the video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Sorry. It's struggling a little bit. And that's it. Takes a little bit massaging here and there. There's some notes that are a little louder than it should be, but more or less, yeah, it's there. So stay tuned for the woodwind notes and all that, and the final showcasing. It'll be fun to do some A and B for the studio recording of this Harry Potter, and then kind of comparing it to how the samples sound and getting it to the mixing part and getting that to sound good too. So it'll be fun to do that. If you guys again enjoy watching these type of videos, do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I also wanted to announce that I have a new album that's out. It's on Spotify and other streaming platforms. It's actually through a production library publisher, and it's called Nightmare Carnival. I have a picture of that right here. And it's kind of inspired by Harry Potter music and other types of things like maybe Danny Elfman and just some all sorts of good spooky type music. And so if you guys want to listen to that, you can go to my artist page or just go to MHC Entertainment and find it there. All right, until then, thank you guys for watching. It looks like Frank just asked a question, actually. Is that all from Cinesamples? No, excuse me. Some of it is from Cinematic Studio Strings, and then Cinematic Studio Woodwinds, a lot of Spitfire stuff as well. All right, well, till next time, guys, I will see you probably in the next month or so, or sometime in October. I will see you, and just have a wonderful rest of your weekend and the next month I see. All right, take care.